Today, we're going to be building an AI voice agent on Vapi AI. I'm going to show you the best settings, the best prompting, and how to even connect the AI voice agent to things like calendars, as well as being able to transfer calls. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully built AI voice agent. This is going to require no prior experience and no coding. If you want to skip the build, I'll leave the download inside of my school group. Link will be in the description. But for those of you that want to learn, let's get to it. All right, so here we are on the Vapi dashboard. We can sign up here, and we can also even talk to one of Vapi's demo agents before bothering making an account. Vapi also offers a pay-as-you-go plan, which means you only pay for the amount that you use. It's free to start, free to prompt, free to build, free to test. You only get charged for being on the phone with the agent, and Vapi even gives you $10 free worth of call time. Every second that the agent is live, meaning someone is on the phone with it, it's costing 5 cents per minute at the base level. So obviously $10 is a lot to play with. All right, so let's get started by signing up. Once you get in, this is the dashboard you're going to be brought to. It's the overview tab. I did a few calls before starting this video, so I have some data already here. This section is useful for seeing how many calls you're doing, the average duration of each call, how much it's costing you, and your average cost. So below overview, we have the assistant section, which is where you actually build your AI voice agent. Starting inside the assistant section, we can already see I have an AI voice agent built, Emma for sample barbers. We have the cost at the top. We can see that our cost is 10 cents per minute. So every minute that someone is on the phone with our AI agent, Emma, it's going to be costing us 10 cents. And then here's our latency, 1,150 milliseconds. That's how long it takes for the AI to respond after somebody says something. Moving on to the model, this is like the settings section. So we have our provider, which is going to be OpenAI, in other words, ChatGPT, and the model of ChatGPT we're using is 4.1. You can select through any of these. I like to keep 4.1 because it's the best when it comes to AI voice. And another interesting fact about using OpenAI is that if someone asks your AI voice agent a question that it doesn't have the answer to, it'll be able to use ChatGPT in order to answer the question. Moving down, we have the first message mode. So we are setting our assistant to say the first sentence that's said on the call. So we have our AI voice agent saying, "Thank you for calling Sample Barbershop. This is Emma. How can I help you?" Moving down, we have a system prompt. If you're unfamiliar with what prompts are, it's pretty much the backbone of the entire agent. It's the command and instructions that you're feeding it that it'll reference throughout the call so it knows what it's actually doing. So inside the prompt, we have a role defined, we have an initial greeting, and then we have things like determining the client's status, new client flow, and existing client flow. If you want a basic prompt, you can actually just go to chatgpt.com and ask it to build you an AI voice prompt for Vapi AI. Tell ChatGPT what you're using the AI voice agent for, and it'll build you a pretty good prompt that you can just paste into here. This prompt that I've built here is for Sample Barbershop. It's capable of transferring calls, booking appointments, and answering questions about the business. If you want this prompt along with the rest of the build, I'll be leaving it inside of my school group. You can check it out with the link in the description below. Moving down into the rest of the prompt, we have other inquiries, we have general guidelines, and then we have some rules like always be polite, be a little witty, keep responses short and simple. And then we just have an additional prompt section for how we want it to structure data after the call is over. So we have this configured so that after every phone call, our AI voice agent is summarizing what happened during that phone call. That way we can forward it to the business so they can actually get a quick summary of what happens during each phone call. Moving on from the prompt, we have the file section. So here's where you're going to add a knowledge base. A knowledge base is pretty much a foundation of information that you're giving the AI for it to reference during the call. So in the knowledge base is where you would put something like hours, address, parking, things of that sort. We're not going to configure a knowledge base now, but if you want to, it's pretty simple. Just go to the business's website that you're building this AI voice agent for, copy the URL, bring it over to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, build me a knowledge base for, and then paste in the business's URL and send it in a .pdf that I can download. After you have it downloaded, you can bring it over to the file section here and just drop it in. Moving on to max tokens, that's irrelevant. We don't need to keep it. We can keep the default settings. Temperature, we're also going to keep default. If you want to know a little bit more, you can hover over this little question mark icon and it tells you exactly what it does. So in this case, temperature determines how random the AI voice agent is. If you put the temperature really high, then the AI is going to say more random things in an attempt to be more natural. If it's lower, it's going to be stricter and follow the prompt more closely. Moving on to the voice, we have the voice configuration. This is where we're actually going to select what voice we want to use. This is where Vapi really shines. They have the best voice library out there because they have every single voice library configured inside their platform. You can select from Vapi's own AI voices. You can select from 11 Labs voices. All you have to do is pick one, and then you come over here to voice, and you're going to select the voice that you like best. If you want to play with these voices and really see what they sound like, you can come over to the voice library on the left, and you can just hit the play icon, and you can kind of just play with these. You can also kind of filter them up here if you want females, if you just want English accents, etc. Coming back into the assistant, we're going to keep Vapi and page on. Under additional configuration, this is one of my favorite sections. This is where you can add background sound. This makes the call so much more realistic because no one's going to think an AI has background sound, has other people talking in the back. You can select what background sound you want here. They have default, they have office, they have none, or you can do custom. You can literally just go to YouTube, get like a URL, and paste it into the background sound URL, select custom, and then that background sound will play. Transcriber, we don't need to touch. Tool section. So this is a very important section. This is where we enable it to book appointments, to transfer calls. To configure the tool section, you're gonna wanna come over here to the tools on the left side under squads, and you're gonna wanna come up to create tool at the top. We have a bunch of predetermined options here, like booking an event or checking an availability on Google Calendar. We have a Google Sheets event here. We have a Google Sheets integration here where we can just automatically store data in a Google Sheets. And then up here are the more basic ones along with a custom tool. So if you're booking appointments on a calendar that's not Google Calendar, something like cal.com or Calendly, then you're gonna wanna select custom tool. And then you're going to want to set up a workflow inside make.com or N8N or Zapier. And then from there, you can configure this tool. We're gonna be sticking to just Vapi in this video, so we're gonna skip that. The tools that we have set up for this AI voice agent are book an appointment using Google Calendar and transfer calls. So to set this one up, all you have to do is select the Google Calendar tool, like I showed you before, and come over to here and give it a little description. So we have invoke tool when someone wants to book an appointment. And then we have our calendar settings. All you have to do here to make the connection is input your calendar ID. I'll show you how to get that right now. To get your calendar ID, you're gonna wanna head over to your Google Calendar account, go over to the settings in the top, hit settings, and then scroll down to the person that you wanna book appointments for. Once you're on that person's calendar, you're gonna wanna scroll down to integrate calendar, and it's going to be the first link, public URL to this calendar. Copy that and then bring it over to Vapi and paste it in your calendar ID, and then make sure you just fill in the time zone. Once that's set, the connection is made. Moving on to transfer call, it's the same kind of setup. You'll have your name, description, invoke tool when the user wants to speak with a real person. And then we have the phone number that we want calls to transfer to when the AI tries to transfer a call. We even have a message to the customer. So when the AI is making the transfer, right before it triggers the transfer, it'll say, "1 moment while I transfer you." I wrote that in, and you can write whatever you want in. That's going to be it for the setup of the AI voice agent. The last thing you're gonna have to do is add a phone number to actually make it live. So to add a phone number, come over to phone numbers, and you're gonna wanna hit create a phone number. Now, this is one of the most unique features of any AI voice platform that I've ever seen. You can enter any area code, hit create, and it will make a number for you. It'll take 2 minutes to authorize, and it'll cost you 2 minutes per month, but you'll have it forever. Once you enter your area code and hit create, it's gonna configure and give you a random new number within that area code. Then to actually attach it to your new AI voice agent, you're gonna wanna come down to either inbound settings or outbound settings. Hit the assistant dropdown and select the AI voice assistant that you just configured. If you don't hit publish inside of your AI voice agent build, it won't be here. So make sure you're hitting publish to save your work. We have it configured for the inbound settings, but we'll also attach it right now as an outbound number, and we'll have it give me a call.
Thank you for calling Sample Barbershop. This is Emma. How can I help you today?
Hey Emma, I was wondering your guys' hours.
Hey, so we're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, except Mondays when we're closed. Anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, can I book an appointment for tomorrow?
Sure thing. Are you a new client or an existing client?
I'm new.
Awesome. What time were you hoping to come in tomorrow, and what's your first name?
My first name is Anthony, and preferably 1 p.m.
Perfect. I'll text you a confirmation, and one of our barbers will follow up shortly. Anything else I can help you with?
Okay, so as you can see, that voice AI agent works flawlessly, answering questions, booking appointments, and if I asked it to transfer a call, it would have. Barbers constantly miss calls, and every missed call is a lost customer. In addition, some of the bigger barbershops have receptionists that they pay real people to answer phones. Receptionists that sit there and book appointments all day and get paid thousands per month. This AI voice agent works 24/7, answers multiple calls at once, and they're only gonna be paying you around $500 to $1,000 per month for the actual agent. If you're completely new to selling AI, take this demo and pitch it to your own barber. You'll be helping them save time and money, and you'll be putting money in your own pocket. If you want this exact build, it's going to be inside of my school group. The group is not free. I can't give my time and resources to just everybody. However, if this is something you want to try, I'll leave a link in the description. Every build that I do on YouTube is available for download inside of my group. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.